2018 is officially that time of the year where all NFL fans start to get a little excited about the season. It is draft day. I know I'm excited about this one. Welcome to Third Down. I'm your host, T. Wayne the Dime. And it's a beautiful day to be alive on this Thursday. Draft day, it feels like Christmas for all NFL fans when we get to unravel what our team's going to draft in this draft. And the draft has already started to shake up a little bit. Saints said they want to move up in the draft, and also when it comes down to potentially what's going to happen with Seattle and what they want to do with Earl Thomas with the second. They want asking for a second round pick, so we're gonna get all into some details. We're gonna talk a little bit about the NBA playoffs. The Thunder came back last night from a 25-point deficit. Also, have we seen the last of Dwayne Wade? And we're gonna talk about the matchup on Saturday with the New Orleans Pelicans, as the Pelicans are gonna take on the Golden State Warriors this weekend to start game one of the second round. So we're going to get all into that. Got a lot to cover in a small dosage of time, so let's go ahead, let's jump into it off the jump. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the NFL draft. It is official, like I said. Woo! It is that time of the year. It's, to me, the first day of the NFL season. When you think about the NFL draft, the first night, there's going to be two other nights, but this will be the first night, tonight, as round one will be underway, as we are less than maybe about 5-6 hours from tip-off, as I call it, even though it's not tip-off. Let's just go back over the review of this draft, and we're going to talk about the Saints. Now, recently, Cleveland have just came out. Multiple GMs have said that Baker Mayfield will be possibly the number one pick this afternoon. So it looks like Mayfield will go one in this year's NFL draft. So let's talk about the order right quick, and then I'm going to go back and see what we can talk about. Cleveland 1, New York 2, New York Giants 2, New York Jets 3, Cleveland 4, Denver 5, Indianapolis 6, Tampa Bay 7, Chicago 8, San Francisco 9, Oakland 10, Miami 11, Buffalo 12, Washington 13, Green Bay 14, Arizona 15, Baltimore 16, 17 is our LA Chargers, 18 is the Seattle Seahawks. Dallas is 19. Detroit is 20. Cincinnati is 21. 22 is Buffalo. 23 is the New England Patriots. 24, Carolina Panthers. 25, Tennessee Titans. 26 is the Atlanta Falcons. 27 is the New Orleans Saints. 28 is the Pittsburgh Steelers. 29 the Jacksonville Jaguars. 30, Minnesota Vikings. 31, New England Patriots. And 32 will be the champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. One thing I gotta give Philly this. Give this to Philly. Right now, when you think about what the Philadelphia city itself is doing right now, you gotta be thrilled and fired up. I think they're gonna probably just throw a party tonight, regardless whoever they get in the draft, especially what's going on with the 76ers. So shout out to Philly for actually, their little town is booming right now, so give Philly love when it's time to do. So let's talk about the Saints. The Saints did come out this morning and said they would not use all 8 picks in the draft. So when a team don't come out and says that, they're trying to find a way to move up. So Saints are trying to potentially move up. Now, me personally, I'm kind of hoping that they move out of the first round because they do not have a second round pick. They gave that up for Alvin Kamara last year. I want the Saints to move out the first round, move back, try to get multiple picks in the second round because I think there's a lot of guys that are day one guys. Not day one in draft, but day one when you get to mini camps and you get to training camp. That's going to make an impact when the Saints take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers week 1. In my personal opinion. I think there's a lot of day one guys that's going to make a day one impact week 1, game 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No doubt in my mind. In that second round. That's going to help New Orleans. Potentially, in my opinion, they're looking at 11-5, 12-4 this season. That's another winning season. That's a chance to fight for another world title. Hello, somebody. So I kind of want them to move out, but I can understand why they want to move in. This probably have to say there's 5 quarterbacks that's in this first round between Allen, Rosen, Mayfield, Darnold, and Lamar Jackson. All of them is a work in progress, in my opinion. They all need all in the work in progress. And I think if Cleveland go ahead on and draft Mayfield 1, because for the longest, Darnold was going 1. Now, if Mayfield go 1, Darnold has to go second to the Giants, or he's going to be a Jet. So I think the Giants do not pass on Sam Darnold. Once again, talented, work in progress. Guy that can sit back behind Eli, and whenever they feel like Eli is past his time, they can move and give the keys to him. Same thing was going to happen with Cleveland. You got to remember, Tyrod Taylor is there. You got Tyrod Taylor in this big trade. Cleveland trying to rechange the culture. So with Tyrod being there, once again, you're going to bring Mayfield along slowly. Kind of something that this team need to do, really can truly think about. Bring your guy along slowly. Don't try to rush the process. Trust the process, in the words of the Philadelphia 76ers. Trust your process. Try to groom your guy. And really, he's going to put some fans in the seats. He's an exciting player. He's the Heisman Trophy winner. He played with a lot of swagger. He got a lot of confidence. He's a raw talent. I think he got a lot to learn to be a true professional football player. So I want to see what's going to happen with that when he goes to Cleveland tonight. Darnold going to the Giants. The Giants don't take him. The Jets going to probably take him. So the Jets are going to be stuck with probably Allen and Rosen in their parts right there. So that's why they moved up. Now, the Buffalo Bills is somebody else I'm very, very, very want to see. The Bills are in that. The Bills really and truly, I lied, because Denver is at 5. One, I want to see what the Broncos going to do at that 5 spot. Now, this is what I want to see with New Orleans. If New Orleans want to get up, like a buddy of mine told me not too long ago, see, Josh Allen, he thinking Josh Allen can fall all the way to potentially between the 5 to 13 range, and that's 13 would be Washington all the way from, and he really think Miami. But to a degree, where will you find Lamar Jackson in that lottery pick? Now, when I say lottery, that is the NBA terms when it comes down to the NBA draft. So I still got teams where I cut off teams that didn't make the playoffs or who was close. Teams that was close in a playoff hunt for a long time will probably be after Seattle. After Seattle. Dallas included. But your true lottery picks would probably be at 15 at Arizona. True impact player picks. Day one guy picks. Truly day one A1 guy picks. So I think New Orleans trying to get in that 15 stand. The highest I can see them probably potentially going to Chicago. Because, Chicago look like they known to mess up a draft. So I don't see why. Yeah, I forgot to give them that. I don't see why they can get up to the number 8 spot. They got to give up a lot to get there. But we got to see what's going to happen with that. But if they go, I think the guy they're really looking for, and I've been reading a lot about, will be potentially Lamar Jackson. Truly, to me, the rawest of all the quarterbacks that's in the draft, who needs the most help and needs the most potential to sit back and groom. Now, I think if this kid really sit back, and he got to gain some weight. I think he need about another 15 pounds of muscle. Stand back there in the pocket. When you think about 2-3 years from now, when Drew Brees calls it a quits, and you get that number 6 trotting out there on the field, 6 or 7. He might wear 7. Let's just say he wears 7. 7 black and gold. You giving him Alvin Kamara. You giving him solid offensive line. Probably by that time you might need to get another center. But other than that, you talking about you get another center. You got guys on the offense. Andrews and Pete should have been a Pro Bowler if he never would have got hurt. Andrews and Pete. You got Armstead if he stays healthy. Then you have you went out and got Larry Roford from Detroit. Then you remember Ryan Ramczyk was a blessing in disguise because we was almost about to get Reuben Foster, but Foster, he want to hit women. So we're going to leave that alone. God knows how to take care of his people sometimes. Can I get an amen? So I'm not too concerned with that. So you're giving him a lot of young pieces to build around. Be a great football team. Still adding pieces on the defensive side. It's going to be a young, useful football team whenever Lamar Jackson do take over the helm for the New Orleans Saints. If the Saints get up that high tonight, I want to see how much can he mature and how far he can push Drew Brees to a degree. I'm not high about Lamar, but I respect Lamar Jackson. I'm going to tell you why I respect him, because this kid, he can play some football. He played in the ACC, to me, probably right behind the SEC or right up there with the SEC when it comes down to competition. He did make some people embarrassed. I remember when he embarrassed in Florida State a few years ago, but what they had to say, that wasn't a great team that they played. When they played Clemson, he wasn't doing all that. The team that's truly on the center stage, he could never beat Clemson. Center stage team. I don't know how far, how it is really going to take a process to really trust in him when it comes down to play calling, when it comes down, because actually, if he comes to the Saints, he's going to make the Saints better because of his skill set. Not only he going to learn how to be more of a pro-style quarterback, you going to add extras to the game that he got legs. He can extend plays. Run pass option. That's something in modern football that's starting to become more and more modern in the youthful of NFL teams. When you start looking at the Philadelphia Eagles, you look at the Seattle Seahawks, you look at the Carolina Panthers, guys that's more younger than what you have. We still got the traditional drop step, 5-step, 3-step drop quarterbacks. There's only so many of them left in the league. The game is changing. It's truly probably about four, maybe 5 quarterbacks left that's truly true drop step guys and that's going to make plays in the pocket. You look at Brady, you look at Brees, you look at Ryan, you look at Rodgers, and maybe you can look at Eli, and that's probably, and Phillip Rivers as well. But the game has changed and evolved, and teams like that going to have to get with the game or get lost. So I can see why the Saints want to move up and go out and get Lamar Jackson for the future, because they want to keep their winning ways going. They don't want to be back at 7-9, 8-8, 6-10. You know what I'm saying? You want to sell your fans a good brand to keep the culture going. I think this team is all in all, even wherever they get, especially if they go out the first round and go back in the second round, they're only a few pieces away from being back where they were last season, as long as they stay healthy. Very, very, very excited to see what they're going to do tonight. Like I said, me personally, I really don't want them to draft a tight end in the first round because I think you can always find great quality tight ends later in rounds that you can develop to be great productive players in the NFL. My personal opinion. But I want them to draft back. Get out this first round, draft back, get your picks, draft back, and start being into day 2 of the draft. But where they at, they in contention spots. When you fall back that late in the draft, you was close to winning a Super Bowl or being there. So I want them to get out this first round and get out. Reset. Get ready for Friday. But all up to Sean Payton and Mickey Loomis. We're going to see what Mickey and them going to do tonight. Now, here come the news out of Seattle. The Seattle Seahawks reportedly wants Cowboys' 2018 second-round pick as a part of an Earl Thomas trade. What's going on there? You know what I'm saying? And Seattle got some, and like me and my buddy, we talked not too long ago. He said the culture on that was so defensive heavy. They don't have no pass protection to protect their quarterback on the offensive side of the ball, which is 110% true. When you look on the offensive side of the ball, besides Russell Wilson, who else is elite of elite? Jimmy Graham just got the heck out of there, so he's gone. When you look at go back, Doug Baldwin, I find him like a grade B receiver. He's not a grade A. He's on the level with guys like Jarvis Landry and who's productive players. Somewhat Mike Evans at times. He don't always come and play. Doug Baldwin, and they haven't found a running back since Marshawn Lynch left. Don't have a solid offensive line at all. Russell running for his life. So you got to make something happen, make something shake for the Seattle Seahawks this offseason. They're going to find themselves second to last or last in the NFC West this year. I really think San Francisco is on the right direction to be second place and maybe being a wild card team. I might be saying a lot. Or to a degree, I knew for sure the Rams are going to probably be the front favorites. But I definitely see San Francisco probably being potentially number 2 in the division when it comes down to it because I think they have they're going in the right direction. You take advantage of a dog while it's down. So look what Seattle is. Seattle didn't make the playoffs, and they already got problems. Richard Sherman is gone. Now it look like Earl Thomas about to be out of there. You still got some other pieces you might still want to potentially move around. It might be happening in this draft tonight, starting tonight. So that might be gone. So